baby, now we got cat blood. Me and Tony used to be best buds, but take a look what you've become. So baby, now we've got cat blood. Captain America Civil War, directed by the Russo brothers, who gave us the great sequel to the first Avenger. Captain America the Winter Soldier are now back for a second time, and this is of course the third and presumably final movie in the Captain America trilogy, a landmark trilogy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, the first Captain America movie, the first Avenger, it was decent, I guess. It was okay. I mean, had a great first half, but meh second half, and the Winter Soldier was really good. The Winter Soldier was a great improvement over the first one. I mean, it is up there with The Dark Knight and Spider-Man 2 as one of the greatest comic book sequels ever made, and Civil War, of course, is a very important movie, not just in the Captain America trilogy, but in the MCU in general, as this is a famous part of the comics where Iron Man and Captain America, they fall out big time and they go all out war on each other. And so basically the simple plot of Civil War is, after the events of Avengers Age of Ultron, there was mass destruction and sadly many civilians were killed, and the government are, of course, at arms about this, but Steve Rogers believes that the Avengers should continue to protect Earth without government interference. However, Tony disagrees. He thinks that the government should intervene with the Avengers. So Cap and Tony, they fall out. They do not get along in this movie. They recruit members for their team. You must choose a side, Team Cap or Team Iron Man, and it turns into all-out war. I've heard this movie is getting rave reviews from both critics and audiences alike. Everyone just loves it. They're calling it the best comic book movie since The Dark Knight. Well, at least Chris Stuckman did, and everyone's just giving it 10 out of 10, 5 stars. It's the greatest comic book movie ever. It's by far the best in the Captain America trilogy, and a landmark in the MCU, and people love it way more than they did Batman vs Superman, that's for sure. But what did I think of it after seeing it? Well, personally, guys, I really liked it. Yeah, this is easily the best of the Captain America trilogy. Yes, it is even slightly better than the Winter Soldier. It is that good. Well, I wouldn't call it perfect, don't hurt me, but don't get me wrong, it's still really good. The positives greatly outweigh the negatives. So, and of course, in the duration of this review, I will not be comparing this to Batman vs Superman, nor saying which is better. I'm just judging it on its own. We don't need a DC versus Marvel. That's for another video. So, let's start out by saying Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, Captain America. Oh, he's incredible. The guy has still got it. He's lost none of his mojo. This is his third movie. Well, technically it's his, let's see. Technically it's his 5th movie as Captain America, and he's still the perfect choice. I mean, he was Johnny Storm in the first 2 Fantastic Four films, but this is his best role in a movie by far. This will be the role he'll be forever remembered in history as the man who assembled the Avengers, who went to Civil War with Tony Stark. He's a great leader. He's frigging badass. He looks the part, and you salute him. And Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, Iron Man, still incredible, still perfect. He's been playing the role for 8 years now, since the first Iron Man, and he clearly loves it. It will be so sad that when we no longer see Iron Man on the big screen, because he is truly, he's truly what put these movies on the map. Thank goodness he was Iron Man. Without him, these Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, I believe, would not be as successful as they are. Well, they're also successful because they're supported by Disney, but anyway, um, these two characters, they are such great friends, and we've seen that friendship through the course of 4 movies. So it's devastating when they fall out over the government's interference and have different ideologies and opinions on how the Avengers should protect the world. You don't want them to fight. There's great substance to this fight, and you just want them to get along and become friends at the end. And of course, Bucky, the Winter Soldier, from the Winter Soldier returns and joins Team Cap, and it was great seeing him back. And of course, that shot from the trailer where Bucky and Cap are just beating the living shit out of Tony. That was awesome. I'm amazed Tony could take that damage. Well, he is the Iron Man. Of course, we have some great, as well as the great old cast returning, we have some great new characters as well, like Black Panther. He was awesome. He was freaking incredible. I mean, he sounded African. He's of course an African tribesman whose father gets murdered, and he becomes the Black Panther to avenge his father. Yeah, he's such an agile, kick-ass fighter. I've always wanted to see a Black Panther on the big screen because I've loved the character ever since I was a kid, and he did not disappoint. And let's talk about, of course, the character you've all been waiting for, Spider-Man. Yeah, he was great as Spider-Man. He was wonderful, Tom Holland. I mean, a lot of people are praising Tom Holland as the best Spider-Man ever put to screen, and I can see why, because he is a teenager, and Max which is the fun Peter Parker and quirky, geeky Peter Parker, which we all love. And I personally wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say he's the greatest Spider-Man ever put on screen. That would be Tobey Maguire. Nobody will ever top Tobey Maguire, but that's just me. But he's leagues better than Andrew Garfield, thank God. Finally, a great interpretation of Spider-Man. We haven't seen that since Spider-Man 3. And, of course, the other members of Team Cap and Team Iron Man, like Scarlet Witch, War Machine, Black Widow, Vision, Hawkeye and Falcon, and even Ant-Man, of course. We last saw him in his movie last year, and they're great. They're freaking kick-ass in the action scenes. While this is a darker movie than most Marvel movies, it's still a lot of fun, just like all Marvel movies, but there's plenty of solid drama here too, at moments that really shock you and make you tear up. Yeah, this is a very ambitious and mature comic book movie, just like The Dark Knight. So props to the Russo brothers. They have proven that they can make a sophisticated comic book movie like this. And that airport battle, guys, oh my god, best part of the movie, hands down. It was absolutely amazing. It is one of the greatest action scenes I have ever seen in any superhero movie. The choreography, the cinematography, and seeing these guys just fight and kick ass and was just incredible. And they both had great motivations. You just didn't want them to fight. You wanted them to be friends. You wanted them to quit being douchebags to each other. So yeah, props to that airport battle. Yeah, that deserves its mini Oscar. But as much as I really liked it, I wouldn't call it a flawless film. It definitely has its minor flaws. I mean, for example, the music for this film, it was okay. It was serviceable, but I wasn't very noticeable. I don't remember many tracks from the score in my head, and also, while there's solid character development in the first half of the film, and it's a great part where they're recruiting all the members to go to war. I'm like, the pacing could have been improved at times. I thought, I was like, could we please just get to the civil war between Cap and Iron Man, because that's kind of the title of the movie. And the antagonist, I don't really remember the villain or get what his plan really was. He was really kind of just in the background, but anyway, those are minor nitpicks. Overall, Captain America: Civil War, it's really good. It's another great movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's definitely the best of the three Captain America movies, and a very sophisticated, mature, and well thought out, as well as fun and engaging comic book movie for all ages. Marvel and Disney should be proud, and the Russo brothers, they have proven that their movies are getting better. They are developing, and I wish the Russo brothers would direct Avengers Infinity War, because that could turn out to be a freaking masterpiece, or we can dream. So Captain America: Civil War would not have turned out as good as it was if it hadn't been for the great Marvel movies leading up to it. They set up this movie perfectly, and this was the big payoff. I give Captain America: Civil War 4 stars out of 5. Well, thank you all for watching, and what did you think of Civil War? Whatever you thought, please comment below, let me know. Please like this video, subscribe, and please follow me on Twitter and on my Google+, and I'll see you all next time.